Redemption through his blood. How much of Christ's blood did it take to atone for those who will be in heaven? Obviously, all of it had to be shed to redeem even one person. There is no way to divide Christ's blood so that this part was shed for the redeemed, and that part for those who are lost, and thus some of it was shed in vain. Even if no one believed on him, Christ proved God's love, mercy, and grace. He proved the sinfulness of sin, the justice of the penalty, and glorified God in paying that penalty in full for all. Because of Christ's death on the cross, God has been fully vindicated in his creation of man, and will be eternally glorified in those in hell. We will deal with that fact in more depth later. We do not say that all men are Christ's by purchase. Redemption, according to the Bible, becomes effectual only if and when a sinner believes the gospel. No one could escape hell apart from Christ having paid the full penalty for sin. And the rejection of Christ is one sin for which, by its very nature, Christ could not pay the penalty. This is the sin against the Holy Ghost, unpardonable in this life or in the life to come, because the pardon Christ purchased has been rejected. Indeed, that sin carries a far worse penalty of its own. Of how much sorer punishment shall he be thought worthy, who hath trodden under the foot of the Son of God, and hath counted the blood of the covenant, wherewith he was sanctified, an unholy thing, and hath done despite unto the Spirit of grace. Hebrews chapter 10, verse 29. Here again we have a clear statement that the blood of Christ was not shed for the elect alone. It was shed even for those who despise it, and tread underfoot the Son of God. The same truth is presented by Peter, that even those who go to destruction have been bought by Christ, obviously at the price of his blood shed for sin. But there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privily shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that bought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 1. Yes, false prophets condemned to hell were bought by Christ. In view of these two scriptures, the Calvinist must either admit that one who was once saved lost his salvation through turning against Christ, or that one who was sanctified by Christ's blood, and some whom the Lord bought are not among the elect. Clearly, some for whom Christ's blood was shed will be lost. Thus the Calvinist has no basis for charging that believing that Christ's blood was shed for all leads inevitably to universalism, the teaching that all are saved.